Local adjustments can be used to work non-destructively on specific areas of the image, for example adjusting the exposure or color. Masks can be brushed on and erased with varying size, hardness and opacity. It is also possible to draw gradient masks and automated masks. Local adjustments are created in the Local Adjustments tool tab. The tools that are compatible with local adjustments are preloaded into this tool tab. New layers are created by clicking the plus button or deleted by clicking the minus button. Individual layers can be named to help keep track of their purpose. To apply a mask, first choose the brush parameters. The parameters can be selected by right-clicking on the image. The hardness sets the feathering of the brush. The inner circle indicates where the brush will be at full effect. The outer circle indicates where the mask will have feathered to 0. Note that graphics tablets are also supported with the pen pressure option. This correlates pen pressure to brush size. By default, the mask will only show while drawing. To toggle the mask view on and off, hit M on the keyboard. The opacity changes the effectiveness of the underlying adjustments. A brush set with a very low opacity is very useful to vary an adjustment's impact. By repeatedly brushing over the same area, the opacity is increased. In the following example, we will use a couple of local adjustments to vary the exposure of the image. The advantage of performing this operation in Capture One is that we will have the full raw data to work with and the file size remains the same. We will start by using the gradient mask to equalize the exposure between the land and sky. Choose the gradient mask tool by clicking and selecting here or by hitting G on the keyboard. Click and draw over your image. The start point of your mask will be the area where the adjustment will be most apparent. Where you finish, the mask will have faded to 0. Adjust the layer by using any of the available tools. A gradient mask can be further edited if necessary. For example, if the gradient needs to be lightened in areas, choose the Erase brush on a low opacity and brush away. The next layer can lighten areas in the image a little. Before brushing on the image, I will increase the exposure by 1.5 stops. Now with the brush set to a low opacity, I can brush several times over the chosen area to gradually increase exposure to the desired effect. A similar technique could be used to darken areas of the image as well by decreasing the exposure instead. To save time drawing larger masks, choose Fill Mask from the Local Adjustments tool drop-down menu. This simply fills in the area of an outline mask. Masks can also be copied from one layer to another. And also inverted. If there is a reasonable contrast definition between elements in the image, then the Auto Mask feature can be used. Check the Auto Mask feature box. Note the brush icon now has 3 circles. The inner circle represents the sample area. During brushing, the mask will stop or find the edge when the content inside the sample zone differs compared to the outermost circle. The Auto Mask will not show until the mouse or pen is released. If necessary, the Auto Mask can then be edited and changed in exactly the same way as a manual mask by using the Draw and Erase Mask tools. Finally, notice the local adjustment icon in the menu bar of the specific tool. This means that the adjustment will be carried out on the currently selected layer, indicated here and here. This option is automatically set for the tools preloaded into the Local Adjustments tool tab in the default Capture One workspace. This conveniently means that any other tool in any other tool tab will by default affect the background layer. Clone and heal layers are also part of Local Adjustments, but are covered separately in the tutorial Repairing and Spotting Images.